Join us as we examine the planning and building of Amazon's second American center. As one of the world's top 5 most valuable corporations, Amazon needs a plush statement headquarters to call its own or two. Amazon received more than 230 requests for proposals from towns and states all over the United States when it announced plans to develop its new second headquarters in 2017. Welcome back to another exciting video from Build Zone. Today's video is about Amazon's new $2.5 billion headquarters. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Let's get started. Each recognized the advantages for their community and sought to host what would undoubtedly be the tech company's most recent crowning achievement. Amazon had previously intended to establish its newest headquarters in New York following the deluge of ideas, but after local demonstrations, including the storming of an Amazon store, she has finally decided on just one, possibly less noticeable, spot. The company's HQ2 project, which would use only renewable energy sources, will be located in Arlington, Virginia. The area is a public communal location, as Amazon makes a point of portraying. The remarkable Helix building on the Not a Company site will cost approximately $5 billion. And the newest phase of construction, which includes the Helix, is expected to be finished in 2025. Early building on the campus is already underway. The new location will be a big boost for Arlington, gaining around 25,000 more employees and a changing city skyline near Washington, D.C. The new site will be called Penn Place and close to HQ2. It will change a neighborhood that was previously pretty dread. The location will complement Amazon's current Seattle headquarters as its primary location. With the latest phase, the new site will have 3 new 22-story buildings totaling 2.8 million square feet of office space. The focal point of this development will be a gorgeous-looking 350 feet tall swirling inverted cone with lots of vegetation and an amazing-looking outdoor walk. The design uses the idea of biophilia, a human desire to connect with nature, in a similar way to the company's series of biodomes at their original headquarters in Seattle, which architect Dale Alberta of the firm NBBJ created. Physical exercise and mental well-being are both heavily emphasized in the design. Previous designers of prominent skyscrapers like Samsung, Google, and Microsoft described the larger space. In place of a conservatory or other destination, we are creating several indoor atriums and gardens where people may come and work. The undertaking is significant to MBBJ. They've created a new office in Washington, D.C. to be close to the vegetation, which will be perfused both within and outside the heliport and will surround a variety of alternative tasks and be cared for by a team of horticulturists. Employees can use it for social calls and meetings. However, the offices themselves are not let at somewhere other than Helix. These will be found in the surrounding, more traditional buildings. Instead, it serves as a SORAMP center, when working and being outside are mixed, and ideally, according to the company's press releases, a sense of inner well-being. More than 1,500 people will be able to fit in the meeting space, and there will be an artist-in-residence program to foster the Create Neighborhood's Creative 7. However, Amazon already owns and leases several substantial office buildings in the region and will expand similarly. It is noteworthy how little the company has disclosed about the more routine offices. This may be because they are less exciting than the Helix and the nearby Parklands. The new buildings will be a focal point for the company's regional operation than the otherwise dull and ordinary Crystal City. The Helix is anticipated to be a public area in Arlington. The green philosophy also applies to the building's carbon footprint a few weekends a month. Solar power is supposed to power the entire facility, but I need help locating the solar farm, making this possible nearby. Instead, it will be built 200 miles away, in southern Virginia and Pennsylvania, with the power delivered. The project's natural ventilation and rainwater recycling systems are additional green energy features. The use of sunshine is also maximized in the design of all new structures. It reduces the need for artificial lighting in the process. The complex will be LEED Platinum accredited, the highest level of sustainable development certification offered by the U.S. Green Building Council. It is evident from the complex's many future-oriented characteristics that Amazon's new construction is meant to be long-term. And as the project progresses, they'll even be helping to create 1,300 affordable homes in the area through a second $2 billion fund, something cynics might argue the rest of the project, after emphasizing the significance of maintaining the community's support in Arlington following their experience with the New York protests, likely to increase housing costs in the area, otherwise vehemently opposes any local effects. The new location will undoubtedly be a massive boon for Amazon, and those who can afford to stay in the vicinity will also gain significantly from it. The campus's 2.5 acres of gorgeously landscaped grounds, including its lawns and gardens, are anticipated to be open to the public. Bike paths, trails, parking, electric car charging stations, and many non-Amazon companies are all nearby. In addition to serving as a 250-seat outdoor performance venue, the Parkland sculpture outside the Amazon buildings will also have areas for dog walking, parks, daycare centers, and food truck parking. The various terrain will contain even the trekking trail. Farmers markets will be included in the layout, along with additional ground-level retail spaces, one of which will circle the exterior of the Helix building. The ground floor of the entire system is meant to give Penn Place the impression that it is a contemporary city block rather than the headquarters of a major multinational firm of architects. The idea of corporate branding is rejected when you stroll around the project hoping your HQ2 isn't explicit, at least externally, in favor. Designers of effective community relations. The location can also become a popular tourist destination, with downtown Washington only across the Pontiac River. The capital is only 15 minutes away by metro, so the location is convenient for visitors and employees. Amazon's plans for the site center on its natural-looking whirling helix architecture, which also gives it a high-tech appearance. What will the new be? It may be familiar to Skyline to learn where the inspiration came from. A swirling outdoor environment that draws its formal inspiration from the natural world, where the double helix geometry may be seen in various forms, including flora. Alberta defines the helix as a mixture of native plants and tended gardens. In their seashells, DNA strands, and even our galaxy. This, in a society shifting toward online workings, is a declaration of intent as well, a striking contrast to some of its competitors, and has recently emphasized the value of having its employees physically in the same area to exchange ideas and work on development in a place that is meant to be precisely that. Of course, there are other advantages, not least of all in tax breaks and incentives. The City of Arlington has offered the corporate BM office part of fending off those 200-plus other locations vying to host the international tax breaks are thought to total around $573 million, or more than 10% of the construction outlay, but do depend on Amazon creating 25,000 jobs in Arlington over the coming with an average salary of more than $150,000. Considering everything, we predict that the city won't fare too poorly. Over 1.5 billion people have still been hired despite New York's tax benefits. What about the new site, though? Will it improve Amazon's reputation? That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.